Call of Duty in general. You can pick your 5 other teammates, or 4 for Black Ops 4, 5 for any other COD. He won an X Games Gold medal on Call of Duty. I mean,
Really?
it's not...
All right, cool. And I'm gonna pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CouRage and Nadeshot Show, live from our living room, presented by Cash App. It's where the cash is at. My name is Jack Courage Dunlop. I'm joined by the wonderful, wonderful Matthew Nadeshot Haig and a very special guest today. Matt, you had a specific intro you wanted to do.
Yeah, okay. So as you guys can see, or if you're listening, we have Karl-Anthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves, 3-time state champion, 2-time NBA All-Star, Rookie of the Year, first overall draft pick. These are all incredible accolades. But the really important question I have, what's your favorite anime?
Dragon Ball Z.
Is that the only one you've watched?
No, I've seen a lot. I've seen all of them. I mean, I've seen a lot of them. Dragon Ball Z is a classic. That's something that I've grown up on. Me and my brothers back home, who are just my best friends. We, sit there all day. I mean, I'm watching Dragon Ball Super now.
Hell yeah.
With my teammate Taj Gibson, and we watch it all the time on the road. And
Gibson.
We're on Chicago. We're sitting in the hotel room watching about like 8 episodes, and we're talking about it all day and stuff. So,
what's your favorite saga from the original Dragon Ball Z?
I mean, has to be Frieza and Goku.
Okay.
Frieza, Goku was just something legendary. You always think about it, you know? And then if I had to pick a second one, I was talking to my good friend about this, who's like my brother, and he was talking about, I don't know if this is the one you want, but
Please say it.
It was Cell. So I was with Cell, and I love that saga. That's
The one-arm comment.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I got
awesome.
chills.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I definitely would love to be involved in that conversation, but I've never seen a single episode of Dragon Ball Z in my life.
Jack is a nerd and does not watch
I'm
anime.
sorry. If you want to leave, you're more than welcome.
Well, podcast is over.
And that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in.
No, I'm just so curious. I feel like this. I mean, do you ever watch Naruto, My Hero Academia, anything new? One Piece.
I've watched Naruto a lot. Naruto is great. One Punch Man is something I like.
Okay.
Too.
Can I give you a recommendation?
Okay, what's up?
Not to cut you off. Have you seen Hunter x Hunter?
No.
I promise you, hand to heart, Dragon Ball Z was my favorite anime growing up, and then I watched Naruto and went on to Naruto Shippuden, and I talk about it a lot. Hunter x Hunter is the greatest anime ever made. And if you watch it, I promise you that you will love it. I have now introduced 5 people in this world that don't watch anime in any capacity. One of my best friends that I golf with, like every weekend, he played sports growing up, never was exposed to like animated television shows, anything like that. He's gone through 75 episodes of Hunter x Hunter in 2 weeks.
That sounds like me watching Game of Thrones.
Okay.
That's what he did too.
Yeah, I did.
We were on a gym grind, and then we decided Matt had to catch up on Game of Thrones. But no, we are super excited to have you on the show.
It's awesome to be here.
No, this is super cool, and we're gonna get into a lot of awesome topics. There is some housekeeping, as we do with every episode. We've got to get through. First off, we are available, as you guys are probably watching, either on YouTube, Spotify. You can listen to it, Apple, other platforms. If you're on Apple, though, you can leave a 5-star review. We have almost 2,000 5-star ratings. One of them came in from Mike Hatch. Said, this podcast is absolutely amazing. I love listening to it. By far my favorite podcast. Jack and Matt are absolutely hilarious, but they also provide in-depth information about serious topics in and outside the gaming world. Thank you guys so much. So appreciate the 5-star review. Again, you might have a chance to be on here if you leave a review.
Once again, I'd like to add that we do not pick these reviews to be read on the show. That's our producer. So I appreciate you gassing us up, Alex.
Yeah, that means a lot.
Don't look at me. I said don't look me in the eyes.
Yeah, I didn't pick that myself.
All right, now we're going to jump into my favorite part, the Cash App ad read.
Oh, yeah.
We love Cash App. It's where the cash is at. If you don't use Cash App, then fuck you.
There we go. That's basically it.
That was aggressive. Yeah, I like it.
Hey,
I like it.
No, we came up with
This is going to be fun. I'm ready to go.
We came up with our own slogan. All right, now Jack, watch the eyes. It's going to be straight into the camera as I read through.
Do it.
The CouRage and Nadeshot Show is brought to you by Cash App, the #1 finance app in the App Store. Cash App is the most powerful way to spend. Damn.
You choked.
Yeah, all right, take it away.
Save and send. It's connected to the free cash card, the only debit card with boosts. Boosts are an incredible way to make your Cash App experience more fun and relatable. You can instantly save at some of your favorite places, like 10% at Chipotle, which we get almost every day, or $1 off at coffee shops. They're always adding new boosts, so make sure to check yours often. If you're not ready to switch debit cards, you don't have to, Matt, because guess what? Cash App lets you instantly transfer funds to your Cash Cash Card for free. So when you see a boost you like, just add funds, swipe, and save. Now, Cash App is also the most convenient way to buy Bitcoin. Most Bitcoin exchanges require 5 days or more for bank transfers. Well, guess what? Not on Cash App. With Cash App, they only take seconds. So make sure to download Cash App from the App Store, Google Play. Mark it today. Cash App. It's where the cash is at. Thank you, as always, for being part of the CouRage and Nadeshot Show.
Wow, you saw that Steve Kerr moment and you're Michael Jordan, the save right there.
Yeah, I mean,
pass,
we had a call in the ringer.
jumper, okay.
Don't gas him up, man. I fumbled a little bit there, but we've been doing a great job of taking our turns on the Cash App ad read, and I think we're getting pretty good at it.
We are.
At one point, I think we should just memorize this.
We are, or we just come up with our own. They want us to just do whatever, so hey, I'm down.
Yeah, that's what Cash App. If you don't use Cash App, then fuck you.
Yeah, that's basically it. They definitely didn't tell us to say that, but we're going to start saying
And
it.
they didn't stop us from saying it though, because we published an episode already with us saying that.
Yeah.
They didn't have any feedback.
No problems. Love it.
All right.
That's easy.
So when I Google Karl-Anthony Towns, one headline pops up that I love the most. It said, Karl-Anthony Towns believes that there is nobody in the NBA that can beat him in Call of Duty. Is that still true?
That's a true statement.
It's an absolute fact.
That's a fact. I say the fact, and the funniest part is that the stiffest competition I've ever had was on my own teammate. With my own teammate is Andrew Wiggins. He's plays it religiously.
Really?
Religiously.
Is it still his game, even with all these new titles that have come?
Yeah, I mean,
Fortnite and PUBG.
I was trying to get him on the Fortnite grind. He kind of didn't want to do it. Next thing you know, I'm playing Call of Duty. He's like, "Come on, play Fortnite." I'm like, "What happened here? I don't know how this just happened, but I'm not opposing it." And now he's back on the Call of Duty grind like me. I've always been playing Call of Duty, and he's an animal at it, and he's really good.
So you're back on Call of Duty full time?
Yeah, I play everything. So I'm always playing different games. Isn't that the greatest thing about what we're at now in video games, where there's always some new game coming out that's drawing attention, and they're being churned out more than ever right now, and you always got something to play. But obviously you always have your normals, your go-tos. You got the Call of Duties, you got the Fortnites, you got the Apexes, you got everything going right now.
So you're well versed, clearly. I think that's probably my favorite aspect of what gaming is turning into culturally.
Yeah,
is that I talk about this a lot when we were pitching 100 Thieves to our investors. It's that all of our athletes and celebrities and really anybody who's coming into their own in terms of like Hollywood or fame or anything like that, they all grew up with video games now. So it used to be like this really niche thing where people believe that anybody who's playing video games stuck in their basement all day with Doritos and Mountain Dew, and that's it. And now it's like you have Karl-Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific basketball players in the NBA, and you watch Dragon Ball Z and play video games. And I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that fans get the wrong interpretation of us guys. Like they see the fame, they see the money and all that stuff, and they forget we're just normal people like them. We're doing the same exact thing. We're waking up in the morning, doing everything the normal, and everyone's like, "Well, that sounds cliche." Well, it's the truth. If you haven't learned by now, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's as simple as that. We're still, still have personalities. We all have our own niches, and we all have our little things that we like to do. And one of those for me is watching, Dragon Ball Z. Still love, got the Funko Pops and all that stuff.
I love it.
And, having a lot of fun, just watching it, not only for the nostalgia, but even right now they're doing a great job with the show and building off the storylines. And, playing video games is a great way for me to, decompress from my life as a, professional athlete.
It's funny how it's almost like, I think for a lot of gaming individuals, it's like we have like the opposite kind of ways we do things. Your life is sports, and then your escape is video games. There's a lot of people, like I know you, for example, when you played games a lot, your escape was basketball or golf or whatever. Like you'd go into sports as like your escape. But I think they coincide so well. I think that's the really interesting thing, especially in the entertainment industry, because I think they kind of all fit underneath that umbrella where it's like music, games, sports. There's such a connection between each that more and more people, say how involved they are every single day.
Well, if you think of basketball, right? Why has basketball been the most successful sport in the world? It's because it's been able to take its culture and blend it into the other cultures. Entertainment, rappers all want to be basketball players. All basketball players want to be rappers, right? It's been able to take itself and its culture and blend it in with everything. And I think that's why video games is so successful now, is because it's finally, there was an opening that opened up, and video game, the culture itself blended itself into culture, You know, Ninja is a perfect example with Drake. You know, it may have been a small thing or whatever the case. It was a big thing for everyone, but, you know, it may have been a small thing, but that pushed the culture into the entertainment as, you know, Drake's doing it. You know, we got to catch up to him now.
It validates it.
You know, it validated it. Exactly. So, you know, video games have always been part of the culture, but it's always at the bottom of it. You know, it's something that's kind of looked at as like kiddie and something you shouldn't do. Now you got adults, you know, guys who are like yourself who are doing this and being able to have such great guests, you know, playing video games with you. And it's just showing that, you know, you should be comfortable being however old you are playing video games, and don't be, you know, having to hide it behind a curtain or something, you know, be open about it. And now it's something that's been validated, and now you see it being more respected more than ever. And that's why video games is doing such a big audience now, and the gaming culture and teams are at an all-time high because, you know, the gaming industry has taken itself and put itself into culture, into entertainment, into sports, and it's opened itself up to so many more opportunities than was ever available before.
It's crazy because it almost reminds me like you know, the game like the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, where like you can say Kevin Bacon, then you can tie him to any actor in the world within like
I've
7
actually
people.
never heard
You never heard of that?
No,
it's like a really
awesome.
It's like, oh, Kevin Bacon in this was tied with this actress in this. She's tied to this. She's tied to this, and then that's how you get to Jake Gyllenhaal. Like that's like a real thing. You gotta look it up. It's actually funny, but like hearing that is literally like how you can say, oh, you know, you play basketball. I saw you got the OVO set up from Drake, and I saw your Instagram post about it. Well, Drake obviously is co-owner of 100 Thieves, and works up as part of 100 Thieves, and then you take 100 Thieves, you tie it to this, and then boom to the CouRage and Nadeshot Show. Like there's so many ties into how it all interlaces now is really interesting to see, and it's only going to keep getting. The lines are only going to be more and more blurred as it goes on.
Well, that's why I'm so bullish on esports. I mean, we've been a part of this industry now for about 10 years. And one thing that I love and what I try to explain to the older generation is that gaming is only going to continue to grow. As technology is more developed and time goes on, there's always going to be a new Grand Theft Auto. There's always going to be a new Minecraft. There's always going to be a new Fortnite. And so it's not like the NFL, the NBA, or the MLB where the game is the same. And I mean, there's positive negatives to that without a doubt, but gaming is always going to be innovated. And that's what I love about it. Every generation is going to be born with it.
Yeah, technology. But the thing is also, the more that people become accessible with social media, Twitch, these streaming platforms, games are just going to get bigger because they're going to be able to be more involved with the community, and fans are going to have even more opportunity to be with their favorite streamers, their favorite celebrities, their favorite athletes, whatever the case may be, and kind of join a playground of doing whatever we want. And, video games are getting to an all-time high. Think about like how crazy virtual reality could get, where now you're playing with fans in some sort of game or whatever, and now you're part of the game with them, and that's them. You know what I'm trying to say? This is not Madden where you're just kind of playing against a celebrity, or you're actually physically there with the celebrity, like Ready Player One kind of thing.
Hell yeah. I would love that. That'd be so sick.
I think like that's the accessibility of it is what's so key. And I think that's what the NBA does the best of any sport, is that like through the clothes and shoes and the stuff around the game as well. I feel like the fans connect so much more with NBA players, and that's why their followings. Obviously, the sport is the fastest growing sport in the world right now. But I think that social media is what does such a brilliant job of making the fans of the game feel so accessible, which is the beauty of video games and Twitch streamers as well.
I just came from China. I was just with NBA China. They're doing a marvelous job over there spreading the culture and the game of basketball. And one of the things we were talking about from their business standpoint is they have NBA stores. We all know NBA stores. There's one in New York.
Yep.
I think there's one here in LA. I'm not sure, but there's NBA stores, right? The trademark NBA stores. Well, over there, they have that too. But not only do they have that, they have NBA style stores. They have the style that you see Russell Westbrook or
when you're walking in on game day
and you see it, and they'll be like, where did this look come from? Well, this came from this or that. And then kind of working with the NBA athletes and like that, and understanding their style and putting articles of clothing in there that would match kind of something that Russell would wear, or I would wear, or James Harden would wear. And they have stores just like that, big, massive stores like that in China. And they're very popular and very successful because like you said, they've been able to utilize their culture and accessibility through social media, through events, through appearances, and get these fans excited about the game of basketball. And that's why video games are so popular, because we're just talking about our real good knowledge of the gaming industry here in America. the gaming industry in China is different than it is in America. The gaming industry in Europe is different. You know, you're talking about all these different markets and these cultures being different, but all tying into the same foundational piece, which is just the product, the video game.
Absolutely.
You know, so.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that stood out to me the most, just to touch back on what you were talking about. The NBA has done such a great job building a culture. I was lucky enough to go to a couple of final series in the last few years because Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cavs, he's one of our largest investors. And when you walk into an arena or you're outside the arena before the game, they're so excited about basketball, obviously, but it's also it's a cultural impact moment where everyone's trying to wear the freshest sneakers and have the freshest clothes. And that's when you talk about the NBA store in China where you can have the fits on game day. So there's just so many aspects of the NBA that they've built out in storylines or other forms of entertainment that they really utilize. And that's why I think the NBA is so popular, because I'm in love with the world. That's why I was so excited when they said that that you were willing to come on the podcast, just because I've so many questions about the life of an NBA player.
Yeah.
But before I even go beyond that, I do want to ask you, go back to the Call of Duty question. What's your favorite Call of Duty of all time?
Modern Warfare 2.
Ooh.
Yes,
all right. You
I
got
don't
some
even
taste.
think about
All
that. I don't have to think about that. That was the best game. I remember asking my mom when it came out that my parents were very chill. I had the greatest parents. I can't even lie, especially for my video game addiction I have. It's very bad. I should get an intervention about it, but I probably won't. I'm locking all the doors. So I was just trying to play the video game so much. Modern Warfare 2 was coming out, and they were real big. My parents were great at this. They knew, because back then, you know, the games came out on Tuesday. So it was Tuesday. It was always Tuesday. And I remember my dad, we didn't have much, but they tried to do the little things for me. So I never used to, I have to be very selective of what our income was, what game I would want. So Modern Warfare 2 comes out. I picked Modern Warfare 2 as the game I want. That's it. That's the one game. That's like the one game I want for the year.
It was a real good choice.
Comes out during school time. They were very cool. And when I got a game that I chose and I was really dedicated, you don't have to go to school the next day. You can
Are you kidding me? Really?
So I would go in. I went in Modern Warfare 2. I'm thinking, well, it's another Call of Duty. I'll probably just play it out. Probably would be something I'll go to school next, tomorrow and stuff. Man, I got that game. I started playing it. I said, I don't think school the next day is gonna work either, Mom. They're like, okay.
Oh my God.
Said I was sick. I was very sick, all right. Sick of not getting sleep. I was playing Modern Warfare 2, trying to get this new.
Holy shit. My mom was ready to backhand me if I even mentioned missing school. That was like the one thing I couldn't.
Well, I made it out good enough, so I'm cool. See? I can say it now very comfortably, but it was awesome. My parents were very cool.
Oh, having like understanding parents with that makes the biggest. It's like a trust thing. It's like, I'm sure you were good in school. I was getting good grades.
I
was holding a job. I was doing this. I was respectful.
Yeah.
If I really said like, listen, I've been doing all I need to do. I really want to play this game when it comes out. My parents were the same way. They were like, sure, you can have that. They knew we used to host LANs in my basement. Photos.
Yeah, I've seen the photos.
I would
so jealous.
We would bring over. We would do Thanks landing. So the new game would come out like a few weeks before Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving weekend was a 4-day weekend for everyone. So everyone would have the Thanksgiving Thursday. Friday, like midday, everyone would bring their consoles to my basement. And Friday night, Saturday night, we would just play mainly COD in my basement for 2 straight days. My mom would make chicken parmesan, bake ziti. We'd have it all.
See, I was the same way. That's what I was gonna get to. Is that my mom's Dominican, and shout out to the Dominican women out there, the beautiful ones. Oh my God, they are so beautiful.
Yeah.
And my mom used to come. I wanted to play like Modern Warfare 2, for example, on a Saturday, and I just wanted to play that all day. I was tired. I went to school all week. I've been practicing every day. My dad understands. They knew I was working on my craft all the time too, and I would go and my mom would just be like, bringing me the food right to me. I didn't even have to move. She would just like, here you go. Here's a plate.
Oh my God.
I was like, ooh.
You guys' gaming experience are so much more positive.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I will be honest with you guys. So my dad built the house that we grew up in, and he's been a carpenter for 30 years.
Yeah.
But the problem is we didn't have a ton of money growing up, so the materials that he used in the house, they weren't that sturdy. So the walls were like paper thin. So if I'm talking in my room, my sister can hear me, my dad can hear me. He's got to wake up at 4 a.m. and go to work. And so I'd be up late night trying to play Halo 2, trying to level up, or whether it was Call of Duty 4, Gears of War. I was just gaming 24/7.
Yeah.
And my sister, whenever she would hear me talking to my friends on Xbox Live Party Chat, the first thing she does in the morning is tell on me. And she was 4 years older than me. She would tell on me so I get in trouble. And then my mom would take my controllers away. But she didn't know that I had extra controllers. So I would sneak on back at night, and then I wouldn't talk to my friends like, hey, I can't talk tonight. You got to just play without me. And I'd go play free-for-all or solos, whatever the case may be. So then my sister would hear me even more, and then she'd tell my mom that, oh, no, you don't want to take the controllers away. You want to take the power cable away. So that's what I would always get grounded for doing absolutely nothing. I had a job, was getting good grades, but they didn't believe. My dad, he didn't really care. He was like, hey, do your thing. You're having fun. You're fine in school, whatever the case may be. Well, that's the one thing my mom and sister would both just shoot for, is like, no video games.
Yeah.
Well, you could look in the camera now and tell your sister, "Ha, who got the last laugh?"
Yeah,
That's what she
she's
does.
always texting me. No, I've helped her out as much as I can, but no, we're a lot better now. Growing up, she's a special ed teacher, got her master's degree. She's incredibly smart. She's
definitely way smarter than you.
way smarter.
Yeah.
I just got lucky. Right place, right time, and luckily it was with video games, which were my passion. But it worked out. I just think your guys' experiences growing up were a little bit more positive.
It was different. And you know what? At that time in my life, when I got to the Modern Warfare 2 age, I went from being like homeless, poor, very poor, like homeless. And then now I was kind of like more in a steadier position where it was like, you know, my dad had got some good jobs. He was working like 6 jobs. My mom worked 1, but he wanted to do that so she could stay home with me more. But then, you know, he's working 6 jobs. So it was a little more sturdy around the house with like, okay, you could get the game.
Yeah.
Okay, we will work some things out. Being from Piscataway and my dad being a great coach around there, being well known, and you know, I was blessed with some discount, and you know, things started falling off the truck and stuff like that. You know, so it was working my way a little bit more, and you know, it was always about getting video games. I never cared for the clothes. I never cared for the the shoes. I never cared for any of that. I never cared. That was not something I was ever intrigued by or ever thought was gonna make me cool or make me better than someone else or anything. I just wanted to play video games. I wanted to play every game possible. If I could find a way, I'd do it. And that's what I did.
And now you got the Supermax, and you can buy any game you want.
Now you're good.
I will tell you the truth. The truest story is that when I got my rookie contract and I got it, and I got started some endorsements, started getting the bonuses up front and stuff, the only thing I thought about was, man, I could buy an Xbox One. I'm like solid. Like, you know,
It's all good now.
That's all I cared about. I think the biggest purchase I've made in my first like 2 years, like I didn't even want to, like when I first got into Minnesota, which is possibly one of the coldest tundras of all time.
Oh my God.
You know, is that I didn't even get a car. I used to walk to the games. I would go get 25 and I'm walking right back with everyone like, all right, guys, I'm going back to the house now.
You serious?
Yeah, I used to
crazy.
walk. And it wasn't like,
Why did you do that?
and the tunnels didn't go to my apartment.
Yeah.
So I used to have to walk outside, like snow, everything. I'd just be up there, just gave someone 25 and I'm like this walking back.
What? Oh, why?
I didn't want to spend money on the car.
Huh?
My background came out. I didn't want to spend money on the car.
Oh, I
I'm still
got
very like frugal. I'm the same way, always been. And I never will change. And I'm glad about it. And
Have you felt any like any pressure now with in terms of financial responsibility now that you're obviously making really, really good money? Is it something that you stress about in any capacity?
I stress about legacy. I stress about work. I stress about, having the best team possible and being the best I can be for my teammates so I could go out there and win. That's what I worry about. That's what I stress about.
Yeah.
Money is whatever. That's a byproduct of the work I'm willing to put in,
Of course.
So I never worry about any of that, but I just will go make sure that I always have this philosophy in life is that I worry about the things I can control. I can't control what he does, what this happens, if God needs this to happen or whatever the case may be. I can't control that. Yeah. That's out of my control. That was set in stone for me since day one. What I can control is my attitude towards my day, my attitude towards instances where I'm not in my favor. The odds are against me. I can control how I feel about that. And I can control about with what I'm given and the resources I have at this moment in time. What can I do to utilize that, not for the betterment of myself, but for everyone in the world and my family. So that's what I worry about. That's my approach to life.
I honestly, to hear your mindset I just can't believe how grounded you sound or how you are in the position that you're in. I think that's amazing.
Appreciate
because I don't get to have like a ton of conversations. We know Josh Hart. He came over to the house for the Game of Thrones finale.
Shout out to Hart.
Yeah, man.
Hart, talking to me
He's
the other
such a
day.
good guy. Like he's just so genuine. And then funny story, I was playing basketball in my old apartment that I was at in LA, and we randomly met up with D'Angelo Russell.
D. Russ.
And he was just so cool. Like he invited us back to his crib. We played NBA and FIFA. So for me, just to hear conversations with different players in different parts of their career, it's just unbelievable to hear your mindset. I think it's really unbelievable.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, and shout out to D. Russ. That's my brother. Like,
Yeah, you guys cool?
Oh, that's probably one of my closest friends in the world, and
That's awesome.
he's always like that. He loves the game of basketball so much.
Well, I thought he was going to win Most Improved Player last year. I mean, he was shooting.
I felt he should have, maybe a little biased, but I think that the numbers didn't lie. But I understand too, that Pascal won. Win a championship, it pretty much helps you a little.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
But-
weighted.
But all those votes too, so everyone understands, fans included, is that those votes are made April 13th, 10th. So they hadn't even started the playoffs yet.
Yeah.
Before, when they already picked him as the most improved player. So
Interesting. Well, no, I know, coming into this, you were just saying how before we filmed this, you had big meetings going on. There's all sorts of movement.
Yeah.
There's a busy time for a lot of people with the big talks is like, what's it? Woj? Everyone's Woj.
Woj, the Woj
bomb.
Again, sorry, a little bit more out of the loop on this stuff. But
God forbid I said a Fortnite thing. He's like, I got that one.
listen, you
Nah,
bring that up, I'll start cranking 90s right now.
I always make some soggy 90s.
Hey, bro, I'll make it happen.
No, I always make fun of Jack because I'm like, you don't watch sports. And now I have a moment to hang over his head when he's.
No,
Woj bomb.
for me, it's funny because I'm like one of those guys.
Yeah.
So D'Angelo's the guy. Let's bring him in the conversation again. D'Angelo's the type of guy where like he goes home and he watches basketball 24/7. Like we have two different spectrums, but it's funny because I'm always been the guy like someone just says, well, I don't know too much about sports. I'm like, great, we're working.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
I mean, I can understand that. I mean, you deal with work all day. That's how I am. Well, that's how I used to be with video games.
Yeah.
Like, what Jack brought up earlier, it's like when I'm done streaming or I'm done playing, like I want to go get on the golf course or I want
I
to.
love golf, so I golf all the time.
Hell yeah. Wow, what's your handicap?
I don't know. I haven't played that much to even give myself a true handicap. I know the other day I played at Sherwood.
Okay.
Shot an 80 something.
Oh my God. So you're a pretty good golfer.
I golf a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I actually just got back from the Detroit Classic. I got to play with Gary Woodland.
Woodland.
Yeah, he
Shout
won
out
the
to
US
Gary
Open.
Woodland winning.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Just to watch them hit the ball, it's phenomenal. So like the past couple weeks, I've just been playing like crazy. The other day, me and my buddy played like 50 holes in one day.
That's a life.
The weekend is I wake up, I'll come downstairs, grab water. I'm like, oh, Matt's already gone. I go stream for 8 hours. I come back.
Matt's still gone.
And then he comes up.
I
He's
just
like,
love it, man.
Hey, bro, I'm sunburned. We played 50 holes of golf today. I'm like, oh, I just
That
got
sounds
done
like a
streaming.
good life.
Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, luckily I've had an excuse because I mean, our weekends are pretty busy because we have a League of Legends team. They compete on Saturdays and Sundays, and I should be at those matches, but I've been really nervous going into the Rock and Morris Classic because I didn't want to play like shit.
Yeah.
So I've just been telling my coworkers like, hey, I got to be golfing this weekend. So I've gotten to play a lot. So I got to hunker down and start working. But I guess for me, I'm curious your thoughts on the Western Conference right now. A big shakeup. Lakers looking a little different this year.
Yes.
I'm a really big Lonzo Ball fan, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how you feel about him as a player, but I just love his game as a point guard and the way he spreads the floor. And I'm just a fan. So to see him go to the Pelicans now with Zion.
That was sad.
I mean, I have the ZO2 signed in the glass case. Of course. Yeah, I picked him up. I'm day one.
Day one.
He's got it.
Chino Hills, I'm right there with you. Zoe, you're going to be all right. What do you think about the Lakers now? Western Conference, really big shakeup, right?
I mean, first of all, let's start with Zoe.
Okay.
Zoe is
let's talk about
a great player. And I have actually had a lot of respect for him as a way he plays. I love the way he plays. I think when you have a person like that as a teammate, it brings everyone's value up.
Yeah.
Because when he's on the court, everyone's going to be playing better because his command of the court, he plays great defense. I don't know why he doesn't get more credit for that. He's a great defender and he uses his size very well. And, a young guy who could command the team like that on the offensive end like that is something that's very rare. So he has a lot of talent. And it's going to be fun to see him like blossom into finding that jumper that he's known to have, and I believe he still has. Listen, I don't judge anyone on their jumper, the way they shoot it. I played with Kevin Martin, and I don't know if you guys know like that kind of knowledge, but Kevin Martin, you know, he shoots it like
Sean Marion.
He shoots it like no, and it goes, and it's a lot of yeses a lot when it goes in. So I'm never doubt anyone shooting, and I think that his shot, it is what it is. Once he gets comfortable with that range and everything and the movement and stuff, I think he'll be just fine. So I'm not too worried about him.
Love this.
Now to the Western Conference, I mean,
AD.
Sunday, big day for a lot of people. So
right.
I don't know what's going to happen because the Western Conference, it seems funny because the free agency should be making the Western Conference less competitive, and it's just making the West more competitive.
No, it's unbelievable. I really can't, you know, with all talent that's just heading this way.
All the talent that was in the East is coming to the West. So, you know, even hearing the murmurs like we all hear on ESPN and stuff, Kawhi coming to Lakers, Clippers, wherever he wants to do, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the West is getting harder. So
yeah.
Do you hear like player movement, like how any fan of the NBA does, where it's like a lot of times you're like, oh God, this person just updated this on Twitter, or this rumor spreading, or
all you guys in a group chat,
or do you get a little bit more?
We're all in the NBA group,
right?
That's how it is in esports. Like seriously, everyone just texts like, this guy's going there. This guy's going there.
I'm in this Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Actually,
no, I mean, it's just, we kind of find it out like fans, you know. Fans usually are the ones that break it to everybody because we're so busy sometimes we don't even catch up.
Yep.
You know, I'll be getting a text message from a good friend of mine or whatever and be like, yo, did you hear about this or that? I'm like, huh? Like Anthony Davis trade with Zoe. I didn't know anything about it. All of a sudden I'm finishing a workout and I look at my phone and my agent calls me and it's like, yo, did you hear about AD? Your boy AD. I was like, huh? I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, hey, check this out. I'm sending it to you right now. And they sent me the trade. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
well, goddamn.
So, all right.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. What was that? The Derrick Rose documentary when he found out that he was getting traded from the Bulls. I think it was to the Knicks.
Yeah.
And he found out mid-interview. And they kept recording, which can be seen as disrespectful. But I guess they want to document it.
It's always this. You know, this is the way I see it.
Okay.
It's it could be disrespectful, right?
Yeah.
It is probably. It is. I would say it is actually. But now you look back at it and you're like, I'm glad I had.
Yeah. Well, like, what a great story.
I think a lot of it comes into how it gets released from there. Like,
yes, if it was kind of like something to be a publication to make your publication that much more exclusive or better than stuff, that's very disrespectful. But for you to kind of be like, you know, here's the raw video.
Exactly.
You know,
they held on to it for years.
I'm sure he saw it
if you want it.
Yeah. And now I'm sure
now he's using it, you know.
And I like the whole story behind it because people don't realize that like players' lives just get ripped up, and
I mean,
you have to move everything.
I mean, it's just like, you know, it's not in the same sort, but you know, just think about like, you know, think about being a part of the U.S. Army, right? And you getting that call at any moment, you're like, hey, you're getting deployed like next week, and you're like, okay, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like, it's
of course.
You know, it's crazy. And I'm not saying we have that kind of extent, but I'm just saying that, you know, these lives of ours could get changed at any minute.
Yeah. And on top of that, I don't think there's any other like class of athlete or any other individual like in this world that receives more scrutiny than like NBA players. Just because the fans are so like alpha, I would say. And the way they tweet, some of my favorite memes are like, man, he should have hit that shot. And like hung over on the couch watching from home.
Yeah. Well, think about like this. I mean, if you look at baseball, for you to be a Hall of Fame hitter, we're not just talking about an all-star. We're not just talking about a good, serviceable player. We're talking about Hall of Fame. If you can hit 3 out of 10 pitches in play and get on base.
I talk about this with people. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
That's nuts. So, you know, think about a football player. Football player, you know, I mean, it's different sport too, but like, you know, if you don't get a touchdown, but you kind of get yards and stuff, they're like, oh, wow, you know, he got some yards and stuff. He was making himself open for plays and stuff. You know, touchdowns, if you get like, I don't know how many touchdowns, but if you get like, I think like 10 touchdowns in a year as a wide receiver, that's like really good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Basketball, you don't kind of get that luxury. If you have an off night as the most recognizable athletes in the world, the most watched as well,
Twitter's going off.
Oh, yeah. He sucks. He sucks. But they forgot that you just had 40 for 5 straight games and you go get 16 and you're like, he is trash.
Short-term memory loss.
Yeah. I think of like James Harden this year. I think of like James Harden this year, where like he had X amount of games with 30 points in a row, and then he had one game where his like field goal percentage was.
Oh yeah, it was against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and then he was like 24 for 24 from the free throw line still, and still was like about to put up 30.
Oh yeah, no, it was
the trail. It was
like
the
3 for 24.
I just talked about this today.
Yeah,
he was 14 for 35 from the field, but he finished with 30 exactly.
Well, yeah, in the first half he was like 1 for 16.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. So
but think about the playoffs. Just think about, that's the thing about being an NBA player. Once the fans make a narrative of you, that's it. They don't want to change it. They don't want to see no change. They don't want to see no different opinion. It's like, no, I'm the smartest person in the world. That's it. I'm putting on Twitter. Like, all right, that's cool. But think about James Harden. They talk about him in the playoffs. Wow, James Harden, he's this and that in the playoffs, this and that. Well, ask a fan, give me an argument about why you think that. Show me statistical facts of why you think this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't got to show you that. I just know. I watch basketball every day. But I need an argument. You got to give me some facts here. I got to work with something so I can believe what you're saying. Come on, you're trying to tell me what you're saying is right. No, I don't got to show. All right, so let me tell you the facts. He averaged 31.6 points in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
It was killing. He was trying to drag his team into the finals.
Right.
And you're telling me the man struggled? Come on.
It's ridiculous.
All right. Go back to work tomorrow. You need to go back.
We'll see you on your 9 to 5 there, Chief.
Yeah.
Yes.
It must get tough. I mean, back when, esports doesn't hold a torch, I would say, to what NBA players deal with or professional athletes that are in the spotlight, the mainstream spotlight. But that was one of the things that I hated the most, is that I had to turn off my phone. I just couldn't deal with it just because we were on a really good team, but I was always the scapegoat if we started losing. And that affected me. And so I'm always curious from like a professional athlete standpoint, how often they're on social media and how often they need to disconnect, or how much it weighs on their mind when they have a bad game. Is it the first thing they think about, like, oh, here we go. I know exactly what my Instagram comments are going to look like. So it's cute. It's cool to hear that perspective.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about things like, we don't worry. I mean, for me at least, I can say for myself, I don't care what anyone got to say because I know the facts. I know what happened. I know if I did bad, I was there. I was shooting the shot. I know I missed. I know I didn't play well. Okay,
right.
Cool. Basketball's 82 games. I'm pretty sure the next game is coming up in 1 to 2 games.
I'm good, love. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. That's, great players always bounce back. I'm not too worried about me. I'm not too worried about comments and stuff. I don't even really look at it, honestly. So everyone's trying to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, like, oh, this and that, and you suck and all this and stuff. I don't even look at my Instagram and stuff. So you're just kind of yelling at a wall at this point, because I don't really look at that stuff and I don't control it. So I don't care. But like, the thing of the matter is that, the world is what it is. And with social media being as popular and as, what's the word I want to say? It's like giving you powers, like
influential.
Yeah, influential as it is, just something like that. It gives people. I'm cool that people want to finally put a voice up, because I look at it like this. I know there's people in this world that Twitter is their only way of saying what they really think. And if they're not on Twitter and social media, they feel so lonely. And, I feel glad that social media at least has given them something of a voice where they can feel empowered by themselves saying something that maybe. Think about people. We talk about Twitter. We talk about Instagram. People really say some things that are out of pocket, like way out of pocket. And they just want that one like, so they can feel somewhat special in this world.
Here's that attention
one
you
person,
ordered.
Yeah.
That's
only one at the end of the day. Think all the times your athlete or you or someone says something, you go, oh, really? And you check them real quick, and they're like, no.
I'm a big fan.
I was a big fan. I'm just joking.
So sorry. I'm like, no. Stop.
It's just too much. It's because of anonymity. They're anonymous.
You like the accent? I don't know where it's from, but it was cool.
Hey, I respect it. I respect it. I think when you go through that, one thing that kind of popped into my head, which is a little bit off topic, but still on topic, was esports has been doing a little bit more with the franchise model of putting teams to cities and trying to build the fan base around that city. Yeah. And I'm from North Jersey. I grew up in Bergen County.
Piscataway, New Jersey.
Yeah, see, that's right. So
that's why it says Galf.
Yeah, okay. And but kind of, I can imagine, for you, me from North Jersey in my life, I've never once thought about Minnesota and living there or whatever. But now you live there. You're one of the faces of the whole state for sports and everything. What has it been like? Yeah, the face. What has it been like for you, like, developing a relationship with the surrounding community. You know, we just saw Toronto where they all rallied around Kawhi and want him to stay, and he's like now the king of there. What's that like for you with building that?
This is a Kawhi plan.
Right, the Kawhi plan for Kawhi.
You saw that?
Oh, so good.
Man.
If you see Kawhi, tell him I have a housewarming gift
special
for him.
you have to be as a person to be that inebriated and remember Kawhi Leonard. Like the man has a wife. He probably can't even know his wife's name or
good.
anything. He remembers Kawhi though.
It's a housewarming gift for Kawhi.
Hey, after that championship, I think he had to.
Oh yeah, he owns. He could walk into any Tim Hortons, I think, and not pay. So
He's on the map.
Himself.
For me in Minnesota, I think that first of all, the fans there are amazing. They love sports. You know,
Yeah.
they are absolutely goo for sports, and it doesn't matter for basketball. It's hockey with the Minnesota Wild, or it's the WNBA team with the Lynx, or if it's for the Twins or the Vikings. You know, these guys, you know, these girls and guys are amazing when it comes to supporting us for the sport. And I think our job and my job is to, you know, why they pay me is to bring that excitement to the fans every night and to give them a product that they could feel very passionate and proud of. And, you know, that's what I work every day, working out and doing all these things, you know, because I want to give the fans the best product possible. I want to give them the best version of me. So I think for me, when I look at the fans, you know, Kawhi has brought excitement to Toronto, first championship ever.
Yep.
You know, no one's gotten them to that point. You know, I think my job is to bring them that excitement. I got to bring them something that they could be proud about, something that they wear that jersey with pride. You know, they're wearing that jersey the same way they wear in Minnesota. They're wearing it here in LA with no care for criticism and feeling like they have that clout, that pride, you know? So I want to give them that. So I got to, you know, that's why I work so hard, because I want to bring that to the fans of Minnesota. They deserve it. They come out. They've been long standing with us for all these years where we struggled, not only as a team, but as an organization. And we're making the right moves now to give them something they could be very passionate about.
How many times have you been to Mall of America?
3.
Damn.
Yeah.
I went to I'm sorry. I love your attitude and your approach to the game, and it's clear that the picture is much bigger than just your individual performance. You're looking out for the entire city. And as you know, a sports fan and somebody who sat on the sidelines watching Chicago sports growing up, like I just appreciate that so much, man, because like Derrick Rose, you know, put the franchise on his back for a while. You know, I was a really big fan of like the earlier generation of the Bulls. It was like Ben Wallace, Kirk Heinrich, Ben Gordon. And when you have players that genuinely care about the city, it just means so much more when they succeed, and you want to be there with them for every step of the way.
Absolutely.
But for me, when I went to Minnesota, I went for the Super Bowl. I didn't actually get to go to the Super Bowl. It was really cold, but the only thing I had to do, I wanted to go to Mall of America. You guys have 2 Cinnabons. 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's insane. Any part of the mall you go to, it smells like Cinnabon. It's incredible. It's like my dream come true.
That loves fast food. And
The Super Bowl was marvelous.
Yeah, it was insane.
I have a story for that one.
Please.
You want to say it? So
Please.
Love to hear.
watch the Super Bowl. Great time. My Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
Eagles.
We win.
There you go.
Oh, them dirty birds. And we win. We find a way to beat the GOAT. And shout out Nick Foles. And go in there, take care of business.
Big Dick, great.
It's like my favorite nickname out of any NFL player. Like how he ended up with that. Okay, go ahead.
Cool. So we go there. Everything's great. I'm ecstatic. I go on the field. I celebrate with the players. I didn't pull a Kevin Hart.
They didn't
Nice.
kick you
Well
off.
done.
You know,
Well done.
I was, if anyone sees my Instagram, I was on the field when they were playing most of the time. So I'm watching, like right behind the bench, talking to the players during the game. It's fun. It's having a great time.
Yeah.
We win. Everything's happened. I do snow angels on the field. That was a video that came out of that. I don't know if it's still up or anything. I think it was a story, something. Well, in that video, would you think enough? I dropped my keys in the field.
Your house keys and car keys?
Oh, all of it.
All of it.
Every key.
All of it. All the keys. Key to my house, key to my car, key to Narnia, key to the throne. I don't know. I left them all. So I dropped it all. I walked back to the car. It's freezing. You know, they don't have no VIP anything. You got to walk. You got to get to this garage.
Yep.
So we walk all the way back to the garage. Would you know? Got no keys. It's freezing, as you said. It was like minus 17 outside.
And the wind chill was like 32.
And I was
it was
wearing the
unreal.
hoodie.
You just
Because
had a
I'm so
hoodie
used
on?
to being there.
Ooh, that's your own fault for being irresponsible.
That'd be irresponsible. That was irresponsible.
I can't believe it. You know how cold it is.
I wore a hoodie and an Eagles jersey over it. That's it.
Oh,
Tough scene.
So I had to walk back, look for the keys. They didn't find the keys. I don't know how, because we have a picture of it right there on the floor. And just,
Somebody must have snatched them up.
I don't know what happened. Whatever the case was, I go home, I get the spare key, I come back, get the car, whatever. But we were out there for like an hour, like waiting, because you know,
terrible.
because you gotta. We were like, oh well, the keys. My dad's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll walk back and get it. He's there for like 45 minutes. Phone dies. I don't know where the hell he's at.
Oh.
So
That sounds like a terrible situation.
no, it was
But at
great.
least- but the Eagles won,
I don't
yeah.
care. Yeah, I could have been out there for 3 hours. I was
Yeah.
cool with it. So
Wait.
everything worked out. Got an Uber, went home, got the spare key, came back out the car.
That works. You said that you didn't drive to, you used to walk back home from a game, but I got to ask, this is the grainiest picture I've ever seen.
Seen that,
Can
right?
we get an HD?
I don't know.
Look at this guy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, go that one.
But you were going with the whole camera and everything?
Oh, now it's HD.
I got to shoot some photos and
Hell
keep
yeah.
them.
That's awesome.
So, you used to walk back home from games. If you don't mind me asking, what are you whipping now?
I mean, I'm simple. I just needed a car that could look cool, but also give me it from A to B. It's just a range, regular range. And
Oh, okay, great.
nothing crazy.
No, I love
Yeah,
Range
nothing.
Rovers, man.
Range is like the most common car to get there, you know, in Minnesota. It's just gets you from A to B.
Off-road, you can go if you wanted
and
to.
it looks nice. And,
Yeah.
You know, it's just whatever.
Classic look.
I was gonna get a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I was with the
SRT.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
That's our second episode in a row where our guest talks about Jeeps. The Tap Man who loves Jeeps.
I wanted a Jeep Grand Cherokee for the life of me, and I was gonna get it, but then, you know, I just came across a great deal for a Range, and I was like, you know what? Listen, I'll get the Range. That's cool with me. I don't care. So took the Range, and that's it. I've never got another car.
Now you don't have to walk back from games.
Exactly. Well, also now I live a little farther. You know, I had to get out of downtown. It was getting a little crazy.
Yeah,
All right, do you live in Minnesota full time, or do you go back and forth? Are you in LA at all?
I usually try to be here in LA during the
Okay.
summer because
It's a good place.
I go both ways. I go to Minnesota for a lot. I stay there for a good. I'm always in and out, you know. So I come to LA a lot because, you know, just the training here is so great.
Yeah, of
having
course.
great body people, and I have my own team here for my body and for working out in summer. So it's not more of a oh, I want to come here and chill. It's more of like I want to come here and
here
get
for
my
work.
work done.
Yeah.
I'm
A lot
trying to
of
get my work done. You know.
Totally get that.
There's so many events that we do that are tied to Los Angeles that I found I was living in other places and I would be flying out here 8 to 10 times.
So you was like, I might as well just stay here at this point.
At this, it's just easy. So many people out here.
Different than New Jersey.
Hey, it is, bro. I do miss New Jersey. I mean, living 8 miles from New York City growing up, like that.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, it was so motivating for me to like see it and be like, man, I wanna live there one day. I want to be part of that one day. And I lived there for a year and a half in East Village and loved every second of it.
Awesome. Yeah.
I miss the East Coast at times.
I just was there last week, so
There you go.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
What's your favorite food place from home that like?
Oh, I got you right now. I got two.
Okay.
I got Fratelli's Pizzeria. It's in Piscataway, New Jersey. It's been there forever. Cheese slice, my favorite, personal. And then I got my place that's taken care of me since high school. Best. They're known for their deep dish buffalo chicken pizza.
Whoa.
what's
And wait, he loves pizza more than anything. So now you're getting
So you want to talk about the best pizza, and that's the best pizza I've still had in any part
Really?
of the world.
Well, you
I
need
was
to
in
let me
Italy.
take you to some places.
Uh-oh. Okay. You saw, heard that?
No, I consider myself to be a fast food and pizza connoisseur. It's probably like the only thing that I know really well in this world.
What's your favorite fast food?
My favorite fast food? Oh man, that's tough. Just because I have my fast food in categories. You know, it's like it goes.
This man's organized.
Oh, trust me. No,
Yeah.
you just
When you
opened
run
a whole-
when you run an org, you just seem to be organized. And everything.
I'm not organized in any other aspect.
It's the
of
people
my life.
around him that do that.
It is. I'm surrounded by a lot of smart people. If I had to say like the one place that I'd go to for my only meal, if I only had one choice, I'd probably say In-N-Out, just because
The most California answer you could think.
No, of course, but I'm not from California. I've only been here for 5 years, but I think like when I think fast food, I think of burgers. And
Okay,
and
I
so-
understand. I get where you're saying.
But if I was gonna go for a more variety answer, I would say Portillo's. Have you ever been to Portillo's?
No.
It's a fast food chain that originated in Chicago. They have hot dogs, Italian beef, Italian sausage, ribs, really anything that you can think of, burgers. And if you ever have the opportunity, I suggest you go.
I gotta say actually about Chicago, I'll look in the camera and say
Ooh, love
the
this.
best wings in the country are in Chicago.
Where's it from?
It's right across the street from the Four Seasons there. It's a bar. I'll find it.
Okay. You're gonna have to let me know.
What is yours? I want to know that one.
Oh gosh, I mean, so if there's one thing that North Jersey does well. There's a lot of really good delis as well. So like we have Dante's Deli, where like if I just want a really good friggin' sandwich,
Oh yeah.
I go to Dante's and I get my normal like Italian foot long, and I'm in heaven. The macaroni salad on the side, I'm just loving life. Presto's another really good spot by me, an Italian place that I love. And then in New York City, the Smith is just a great restaurant. They've got a few of them in New York.
Yeah.
Got a really
You ever been to Tasty Subs? You ever heard of Tasty Subs?
No.
That's my way.
Okay.
Pull up some Yelp
Yeah.
reviews.
Yeah, right. Now you're about to start.
We're all looking at food. I'm like under the table. I'm like, hey.
I just realized I haven't eaten in a couple hours. I'm getting
Right
hungry.
Now you're getting hungry.
Jake Melnick's Corner Tap.
Shout out Jake Melnick's.
I swear, right? That was a big endorsement right
Yeah.
there. I'll send the invoice.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite spot. For me, if I had to say my favorite definite fast food, it's a hands down
This is big. You like golf, you like Dragon Ball Z. At this point, I think we're best friends.
Chick-fil-A is my
Oh, let's go. No, I love
chick.
it.
I
Chick-fil-A
can't.
is like my
the chick has never been wrong, and it's never been bad.
It's true in every way.
Yeah.
Now, what's your favorite dipping sauce?
You know, I'm a guy. I love spicy food, so
Same.
zesty buffalo is always going to be my way.
Well-
Just because I like the spice.
I've actually never. So many people ask.
You
the
like
question,
Chick-fil-A
what
sauce?
Yeah, I would bathe in Chick-fil-A sauce if I could.
I think I have.
And I would drink my way out.
tricky. That's my problem. It's just spice. Zesty buffalo gives me spice. Like I'm the kind of guy. This is a true statement. If anyone who ever knows me knows, if I get a sandwich, like we go anywhere and we get a chicken sandwich, I'm getting in like, it's weird. It's bread, lettuce, jalapenos if available, and I'm getting buffalo sauce on top of the chicken.
I respect that.
like the spicy, but like the spicy.
Yeah, like I want to add spicy. Like I'm the type of guy in Jersey. You probably know. You remember Cluck You Chicken?
Yeah.
Cluck You Chicken. I have all their sauces in my house. There's no doubt you don't walk in my house and see no thermonuclear sauce. So I'm the one getting like 911 sauce too, signing the waiver. Like if you die, it's not our fault.
Don't you? He puts sriracha on everything.
I put hot sauce.
I'm
on
the
it.
same way too.
Yep. I literally I just love that like little kick. And again, I think I have like a pretty sharp drop off. Like I like the kick, but then I also
Respect
if
the
it gets-
barbecue.
If it gets way too far, then I'm like, okay, now I'm like tainting my food.
It takes away the taste of the food.
Yeah, like but sriracha for me is like that perfect, and the fact that it's like no sodium.
Yeah.
no, not like
Yeah.
you just put it on everything.
Yeah, you
like
can do
I'm done with it. I used to put Frank's Red Hot on everything, and then I realized that it's like
That's a dangerous.
it's got like
condiment.
half your day's worth of sodium in one serving. I'm like, okay, let me probably stop.
My mouth is like salivating because I'm like I just can't stop thinking about.
Listen,
food.
I got food started. There's a reason. It's the reason I'm like this. Come on.
Girthquake.
That's what it is.
If you like Mexican food, because they make some pretty good spicy tacos, there's a spot in Culver City that you would absolutely love. If it's like the best taco I've ever had.
Really?
Loki?
I'm
Loki.
a Takoya legend. I stay at Takoya.
Okay.
So
Wait. Oh! I know what you're talking about. They have one in Playa
yeah,
Vista.
Takoya Mexicana.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
in
yeah.
Hollywood. It's in West Hollywood too.
Well, I'm just gonna give you a suggestion. If you ever get the chance,
What
you
is
should
it?
go.
What is
It's
it?
called Loki. It's in
LOQUI.
LOQUI, Loki, and it's in Culver City. I love it. All right, we got to get off. You guys should go. I promise you, it'll be the best taco.
I want to have
Agreed.
it. How far is it?
We should have had it delivered. We can order some right now.
Yeah, right. Imagine.
Okay, I feel like we haven't even talked about video games at all. I mean, we talked a little bit about Call of Duty. We talked a little bit about Fortnite. I mean, is there anything that has been piquing your interest as of late in the video game world? You're just sticking with what you know.
I mean, there's a lot of things piquing my interest. We seen E3? I was in China watching E3, so let's
Yeah, I
talk
saw
about Yeah.
your Instagram stories and stuff.
But I'm a gamer and I love that space. I want to watch it, so I actually downloaded all of the things as I could, and then watched it on my free time. But Hideo Kojima's new game coming out is going to be.
It's Death Stranding.
Yes.
Right? Yep.
Yeah,
I'm very intrigued by that because it looks so out of pocket, but it looks so in pocket. So I don't know how I want to like it or love it or hate it, but it's very intriguing. I'd probably say that's the game that intrigues me the most right now. I think the video game space right now for me is intriguing as a whole because I think with Fortnite, Apex, I want to see how Apex
Season 2.
reground, gains more ground back.
Yeah, the trailers just came out today.
Yeah.
It looks pretty damn interesting.
Yeah, so I want to know how they are planning to come back because everyone was on Apex. The game is marvelous, system's great, and then
Still a great game. It's just
season 1 came out, and then
it was rushed.
They rushed
It was
that.
rushed.
so it was very surprising to see Apex and EA do that because they had given us a roadmap before the game even came out of what was coming out, and then I think that they felt pressured to have to put stuff out because
They could have never expected the game to do what it did.
You know what I'm trying to
honestly,
say?
It blew
I
away
had no
every
idea.
expectation.
And I mean, it must have been like a fire in that building to try and make sure that they had enough content to release. And I just don't think they could churn it out quickly enough.
Yeah.
And so they half-assed season 1 and tried to get a quick buck or try to give fans more of what they wanted. And they just weren't able to deliver.
And it's funny because at the same time, like season 1 of Fortnite, like is the most forgettable. Like there was nothing. Like season 2,
but there was no expectation though.
exactly.
Yeah. And also it was quick.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
it went through quick. Like
Yeah.
it went in and out. It was in and out.
That was the
Quick
issue.
money,
with-
I'm in and out.
Yeah, that was the issue with Apex. It was like there was such a high peak off the start, and people were like, all right, now you got to. Fortnite's already set the standard with how often they do their updates with everything. Like every developer now is like trying to match that, and so far none have.
I will say, I don't think I've ever seen a game that has gone into the graveyard and has come back out alive. I like Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I'm still on the train that it's a great game. I love Respawn, Vince Zampella, an incredible developer, and everything about that studio I love. But I have not seen a game die as impactfully as Apex Legends. Like, I'm not sure if you played Halo growing up at all.
Yeah.
But when Halo MCC was released,
yeah.
it was like one of the most hyped moments in my world and in gaming in general.
Yeah.
The game didn't work for a month.
No,
And then nobody ever played it again.
Yeah.
Think about Ghost. No one even thought Ghost was a game at one point. And then it was like, oh, it came out and they're like, Halo Ghost? And I was a big fan of Halo Ghost. I thought it was great.
Halo Ghost.
Or ODST.
Oh, yeah.
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 ODST. ODST.
Yeah.
ODST.
I think it was.
okay.
I think there was a Halo Ghost too. I think.
I thought you were talking about
Halo
Call of Duty
Wars?
Ghosts.
No. There was. I think I could be saying.
There was
wrong.
Halo
I think it was
4,
RDST.
Halo Reach.
It was. You remember? It was the Halo when you were literally by yourself. You had fell off. You started the game. You had fell off from your group, and you were by yourself.
Yeah,
in the-
I
think
one
that's
that comes to mind
RDST.
is ODST, where you're
Yeah,
literally
ODST.
playing as a Marine, and
Yeah.
it's like a completely different
yeah.
kind of side kind of thing. It was like that. It was like literally a side game, but it's still tied into a little bit of
And I thought that game was great. I thought the story was really great.
story of it-
and the ending obviously was
music
memorable.
was so good.
Karl-Anthony Towns, a fan of Halo ODST.
There we go. That's the biggest takeaway I got. Hey, I like it. I like it.
No, I'm just curious what's going to happen to Apex. I don't know if it's going to survive.
And I mean, if H1Z1 couldn't come back to where it was, I don't know what game can.
Rest in peace.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
H1 in its prime was a
Different.
a lot of
Unlike
fun,
anything
bro.
else.
H1 is the reason I even wanted to even fathom playing a PC.
Love that.
Yeah.
And I went to go play H1 when I went and bought a PC. I had the money and I was like, yes, I could go get a PC, 32 gigs of RAM, and 1080. Oh, I'm
Growing in the
great. I'm ready
bag.
to go. And I went and got it. And by the time I even got to the PC and it got set up, it was...
Already.
Do you play at all anymore on PC?
No, I play all the time. I play everything. So, I mean, Xbox, PS4. People know if you want to play like video games with me, like Donovan Mitchell, Hassan Whiteside, all these guys and everything, they just call me because, I don't know if they're playing on PC, Xbox. What do you want to do? Just call me and I'll let you know if I'm free or not.
Okay, that's cool, man. I love that. I see a lot of the NBA players playing from their hotels in between games. So
Yeah, but I'm always with everything. I'm with, I could be playing Fortnite with, Andrew, with Wiggins, and then I could be playing Call of Duty with D'Angelo Russell or Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell, and then next thing you know, I get a call like, hey, let's play Counter-Strike. All right, great. Let me go to the PC real quick.
I love that.
you got a wide variety there. All right, look, I gotta ask.
Okay.
I would be upset with myself if I didn't ask. What do you think about Zion Williamson?
I think he's really good. I think that I've been fortunate enough that he signed with the best sports agency or agency in general in the world, in CAA.
Shout out CAA.
Right,
you go.
exactly. And you see that? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, thumbs up for CAA.
Oh, let's talk about my contract. No. So he signed with them, and I've been fortunate enough to work out with him, lift and work out with him a little bit. And I think that, first of all, when you look at Zion, I've never met him in person. The first thing I walk in, I remember that I come in, we're all working at Proactive in Thousand Oaks, and we're there. And I walk in, and I see the vertical machine thing, whatever. I don't know how you call it, the vertical testing, right?
Yeah.
You know where they got the strips and stuff?
Yeah, we gotta smack it at the combine.
Exactly. So I walk in and I'm seeing like all of them gone. And I'm like, okay. But the first thing I realize is that there's like 4 45-pound plates under it. So I'm like, Ryan Capretta owns the gym. So I'm like, Ryan, what the hell? he goes, yeah, we tested Zion today. I said, you what?
This was a test.
There was a test.
And they had plates under it, and he still got all of them.
The man did like 48-inch vert, and they said he probably could have got to 50 if we really would have raised it by more, but we were too lazy to put more 45s on it. I was like, what? This man just jumping out the building. And then Zion walks in, and I mean, he looks like Aaron Donald on the Rams. He walks in just stocky, just built. And I'm like, God, Lee, this man is a freak.
Well, didn't they say he was going to be like in his freshman year at Duke? He weighed more than anybody else in the NBA.
Yes,
which is unbelievable. 280. Man, the one thing I always thought about
there was only one person that weighed more than him. Actually, it was Boban.
Oh well,
285.
Yeah, that don't count.
7'6".
Bro, if I saw a man 7'6" on the basketball court, I would not know what to do. That must be terrifying. But again, I'm 5'9", so
I look at. I'm not gonna lie. My first thought is I really want to climb that mountain and dunk on him. So I'm finding any way to get to the basket.
Do you have any favorite posters that you've had in the league yet? Is there one that hits home for you? Like because I know when Allen Iverson, I think he dunked on Yao Ming. I think he talked about that was his favorite, or maybe I'm making that up. But is there anything in your world, in your mind, that you think, man, I got up for that one?
My career ain't done. I got a lot more.
Oh,
I don't want to get a favor. I'll give you a favor in about the next 16 years. Like,
okay.
When I'm on my 20th year, 21st year, so I'm about to call it quits. Yeah, then I'll give you an idea of what my favorite one is. But I don't think I don't want to. I got a lot more time left.
Yeah, I can respect that, and I understand. I had to ask.
He had to go for it on that one.
I love it.
I think what's been cool is because obviously we want to do a bit of research, before coming on into this, but just looking and so far, knock on wood, it seems like, you've been, as you said, you want to put it out on the court every single night, playing every single game that you can. Your numbers are insane, but I'm excited to see, you said you always want to improve. So
yeah.
I'm excited to see when we do this podcast again in 10 years, because the CouRage and Nadeshot Show is still going to be going on. You just wait.
Cash app.
We're still gonna be right here. Except, our kids will be running around.
Right, imagine.
I'm not having
we played
kids.
Fortnite too, and
we'll be talking about how goddamn Carl Jr. whipped my ass yesterday. in NBA 37.
NBA 37, dude. Yeah, that was Jesus, man. It's funny to think about.
What do you think about LaMelo Ball going to Australia to play?
I think
do you have any thoughts at all?
I've been fortunate enough to play pro basketball overseas since 8th grade. I didn't make $1, but he's making money. But,
yeah.
People in America especially don't realize how great the talent is overseas than it is here. Like, there's guys overseas who are like, I remember playing, this is a perfect example. I remember playing my freshman year in high school. I was playing with the Olympic team, and we're playing in Venezuela, or we're trying to qualify for the Olympics, right? First time the country would ever have qualified for the Olympics for basketball. So we're playing Japan. And we're playing Japan, and we're playing well. And this guy is he has it's different. You're playing overseas. These guys don't get the luxuries of NBA players. You see the Nike perfect little shin thing with the pad on it, and they got all the nice gear. We ever see the guy who walks into the gym, he has all the headband, perfect arm sleeve, everything. He's just trash. Yeah. So these guys are walking in,
That's
this
me.
one guy.
Yeah. That is.
So this one guy walks in, and he has tape around his shin. It's falling off a little bit. He has the, his jersey on stuff. He's kind of chilling. He has an armband and stuff. Arm sleeve and stuff. And he walks in, and you're looking at this guy who is this guy? Man, he came down the lane one time. He got a fast break. He was by himself. He said, boom. I said, oh, I'm on the bench. I didn't play either. So I was very comfortable with the popcorn and everything next to me. And so I was at the end of the bench. Oh my God, this guy is he's insane. He's hitting threes. He's coming off. He's jabbing my teammates and getting some space, hitting some shots. He ends up with 30 something. So after the game, I see him in the hotel. I'm like, bro, you're unreal. What? Why are you not in the league? And I had been playing against some guys who are in the league. So I was I had a little bit of knowledge of what a league guy really looks like, So I asked him, he's like, yeah, back in the day, I played for the Kings for a year, and then I just kind of didn't feel comfortable being in America and playing. So I wanted to be back home with my family. So I just went to Sioux and played, and I was like, what? And then come to find out, the guy is like a vet. Like he's been playing for a while. He's like 37 years old. And I'm
he's
like,
just
how?
maxing.
Yeah.
It's like Vinsanity Japanese style. So I'm
Japanese
like, what is happening here? So, I mean, those are just stories like, I think that fans, I say all that to say this, the fans don't realize that the talent in the world is so abundant. The game is so popular. And there's guys that should be in the NBA, could be in the NBA, but just for whatever circumstance or situation, they're not.
Yeah.
And, so when he's going to Australia, and Bogut just came back from there winning MVP, that's a great league. And God, forgive me if I say his name wrong, but I believe Jalen LeQuay, he's like, they call him like mini Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
he's going there as well.
Yeah, he announced first.
He got picked up by the Kings Thunder in a draft. He actually got drafted. So, I think that's a good league. That Australian league that Melo's going to is no joke. That's not a fly-by-night league. That's a really good league with great talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the questions that are irrelevant. Ask them.
That's why I'm here, right?
No, I appreciate it, man.
Podcast is we're here talking. This is not like a ESPN thing, but and this is something conversational. You guys have questions. I want to talk video games with you guys. You want to talk sports? Let's make it happen.
All right, so you gotta go Hunter x Hunter. You gotta watch Hunter x Hunter. You gotta try Loki.
Be ready for that one.
All right,
be ready for that coming through your phone. Oh yeah, that's me giving you. Just remember that smile. Just
and that's what he was talking about.
Oh yeah. It's just gonna be a big meme that comes
up.
up.
Try Loki, by the way. I don't give fuck off. I just got my dream team, bro. That's Hey, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
We're bringing back up this clip when that happened.
Right? Imagine
when that happened.
We're gonna tweet it out. We're gonna send it to Darren Ravel or what is it?
Oh yeah,
his name is.
Adrian Wojnarowski.
That's
we were the one who really had the insight. You kind of just lost.
He stole it from us. I'm gonna change my Twitter profile picture to him. I've done that before.
Like Sports Talk Barry.
Yeah, Sports Talk Barry.
He just got banned from Twitter.
Oh,
because he was making fun of Woj or something.
Oh God, man.
Meme account.
His is
tough scene.
Yeah, that's a tough time there.
All right, Jack.
You want to hop into this?
Yeah, let's close it out with this.
So we do some little segments every time on the podcast. We change it up based off who's here. So this one we got today is called Squad Up. It's basically you choose a mixture of professional sports players who are gamers, streamers, or celebrities that you choose on a squad for these games. We'll start with duos and climb all the way up to 5-man squads. So right now, and I'd love to hear your answers too. I mean, I'll give answers as well, but right now, duos, you're playing PUBG. Who are you picking in your life or in the league or anything? Who's your go-to?
I'm going to pick Ben Simmons. Wow, that's going to blow up on Twitter. But yes, I'm going to pick Ben Simmons. Because one, he's really damn good at the game.
Yeah.
Two, last time I played with him, I had 56. So I ain't going to go back on anything he does.
Oh, yeah. You guys played the night before.
Yeah.
And then you dropped 56 the next day.
Yeah, I remember I was playing, I was playing Fortnite, of all things. I was playing Fortnite. I had a day. I was just streaming and playing. So I was playing Call of Duty, went to Fortnite. And I seen he was playing. They were like, yo, Ben's playing PUBG. We should play PUBG with him. I said, I'm with it. But let me go talk to him about it first. So I just jump in his Discord while he's streaming. And I'm like, hey, so you playing PUBG still? He's like, yeah, come on, jump on. I'm like, and then I looked at the time. I'm like, man, it's late. I got a game tomorrow. Like, I was like, I don't know if I could do it. And that's where the whole thing was. Oh, who you playing? The Hawks. And he said, woo, woo, woo. And I said, oh, shit. And then I was like, I better come out here and go get 50 because people are going to kill me. Well, I went and got 56. So I was 6 points better than what I thought I could.
Oh, that must have been great.
It was funny. So I'm going to pick him because I had good luck last time.
Good luck.
PUBG with him. So I'm going to go with him.
All right. Well, we got your PUBG squad now. All right, you're playing Apex Legends. You got a 3-man squad. So you got to pick 2.
Definitely, I'll be carrying because that's my game.
You're nice.
Yeah.
That's my game. I Fortnite, the 90s and all that stuff. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm a shooter.
I know.
I'm a shooter. I want to go that way. I'm trying to get it done. So
I'm not cranking 90s around these
no,
parts.
neither am I. So
13-year-old crackheads.
They are.
Stay home.
Yeah.
Probably got a day off like me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If I had to pick Apex, it would be me. And it has to be basketball players or
Anybody.
Oh, anybody. Oh, okay.
Anybody.
Okay.
Except Shroud. You can't take Shroud.
All right.
That'd be my go-to.
That would probably be my go-to. I'm gonna take me. I'm gonna take Dr. Disrespect.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, oh, you
Shout out
just
to the doc.
Oh, you just gassed
Oh,
him
no,
up. Oh,
here we go.
no.
CA client as well.
there you
And
He's got a 37-inch vertical leap.
Could Doc dunk on you?
no.
You hear that, Doc?
Can Doc dunk? No, yeah, no, he definitely could.
He played D3 basketball and sat on the bench. He can't. No way. He's
Bro,
dunking
I
on
could have gone
anybody.
further in my basketball career than
Listen,
Doc, and I'm 5'9".
I agree.
Another viral moment. If Doc and me played basketball,
Wait, say it in the mic. Say it in the
say it
mic.
to the mic.
Yeah, say it in the mic.
Mike, no. Okay, me and Doc play basketball. No, that wouldn't be. That would no. There's no way Doc playing against me in basketball, and he's coming out with a point.
Oh,
A point.
Oh, this is what I love.
36. When he has a 37-inch vert,
That's what he says.
man, my 40-inch vert. By the time I get to my apex, he gets to his apex. I'm taking my Gillette razor, and I'm probably shaving his head on the way to dunking on him. All right.
Oh my
Viral.
God.
Put that up.
This is the best clip ever.
Dr. Disrespect, you just got smoked.
Hey, Doc's gonna come defend himself.
And guess
now.
what I'm gonna do?
See
And guess what I do when he's on the floor and he's like, he's like, man, I got dunked. I'm gonna be like, Gillette, the best a man can get.
I would love to see that shot of Doc headset on and all the slate black.
That'd be so.
Now,
Postered him over like
I'm just warning you, he's going to come back at you with some heat.
Tell Doc.
yeah.
Tell Doc.
Oh, he'll
You
know.
tell him.
Doc's a fan. He watches every one of these
Oh,
episodes.
great. I'm gonna text him myself and say, watch the next one.
I love that.
He's a Warriors fan, so he's probably going through it right now with Clay and Kevin
Shout out
Durant.
to Clay and stuff. And it's crazy, it's funny because I love Doc and he's a great guy.
Yep.
Fans, I don't think really get a chance. They don't get the chance to really meet Doc, Of
course.
Doc is, as you probably guys all know, he's one of the best.
He's the man.
Best guys you could know. So
Yep.
shout out to Doc. But
We
I'm still
do
dunking
love
on him. Say all that to say that.
I love that.
All right, wait, you need one more?
Oh, and one more. And I'm gonna take courage.
Hey, let's go.
Let's do it.
Jack sucks.
Wait.
Chemistry wins games.
I play
Talent
Wraith
doesn't
though.
win.
I play Wraith though. Who do you play? I'm
one of those people who don't care.
good.
I pick
All
everyone.
right, good. Well, I'm gonna selfishly take Wraith and then be fine from there.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm going to go grab Ben Simmons, and I'm going to grab Shroud. You guys are going to get
Yeah,
trashed.
okay.
Shroud's off limits. He
Yeah,
picked
Shroud.
Shroud. Wow.
And if we
Yeah.
wanted to, we could drop Doc.
I guess if we owned our org as well, we could pick Shroud as well. Okay, great.
That'd be fine. Oh, or
Wonderful.
Always owners, investors.
Yeah, right.
Now, the next one's for the game that I truly love and play every day, Fortnite.
Wow.
If you can pick 3 teammates in Fortnite, who you going with? And I mean, you could pick me again.
I
I
am.
wanted. Oh, thank you.
You, Ninja.
There we go.
You know what? I'm going to give, I don't know who I pick. I pick my fourth one. I think it should be funny. We should have like someone who's like just hilarious playing it. So
I like that idea.
Jack.
because we're all funny already. All three of us are funny already,
Thank you.
going
Thank
crazy.
you.
And then we need
Funny.
fourth one.
Stop gassing up.
Ones that come to mind is like Tim.
Let's just Tim.
Tim comes to
Wow.
mind.
Tim the Tap Man. Shout out to Tim the Tap Man.
He's a dad
Amazing man.
Yeah, he's great.
Let's go with Tim. I never got to play with Tim. I always wanted to play with Tim.
Well, why haven't we gotten games in on it yet?
I know we should really fix that, especially
Hey,
having the Jersey connection.
Hey, come on, we could make that happen tomorrow.
Let's do it.
I'm in.
I'm with it.
I mean, he doesn't play, so don't worry about him.
He's like, no.
Yeah.
Good on.
All right, and then if I had to pick sports, or like if I was like I could only pick athletes.
Yeah.
Now after the connection we've made, you're on there. I would pick Aaron Judge from the New York Yankees.
Wow.
Because I hear that the Yankees clubhouse, apparently a lot of them play Fortnite.
Really?
I tried to once just lob a DM to Aaron Judge.
Really?
Didn't get a reply.
I'm a born and raised Yankees fan.
Of course, same. That's my everything. That's my one sports team that I do keep up with and follow.
Oh yeah.
And then sheesh, one more.
Do you want it to be good or bad? Do you want a good player or you want a bad player?
I mean, I'd probably go with, if it's an athlete, I'd probably go with my pro-am partner from last year, Kenneth Farid.
Wow, Kenneth Farid.
We got second last year.
Ones I love.
He was
great
awesome.
man.
Oh, he was great.
I love Kenneth.
We played in the pro-am, and game one, everyone's having drinks before the matches start. We go in. He didn't even get to play any of the warm-up games. He got there a little bit late. So we sit down. We play like the warm-up solo, the warm-up duo, and he looks over at me. Game 3, he had already poured out like his Supreme bag he had on, poured out his Fruit Gushers and gummy bears.
He's like, I'm ready for this.
Oh, and then game 3 starts, looks at me, he's like, Jack, this is a big charity moment. I'm just going to be your medic this game. And I'm like, bro, I got you. I carried AR, SMG, shotgun, sniper, grenade launcher.
He was just using him as a storage unit.
Oh, he had SMG, shoddy, and then like minis, med kit, and big shields. That was what he was carrying. He was feeding me materials, and we got second because of it. It was great. So that would be probably my team. Finally, though, Call of Duty. Let's just say Call of Duty in general. You can pick your 5 other teammates, or 4 for Black Ops 4, 5 for any other COD.
Yeah.
Your God squad. Who you picking?
Definitely Andrew Wiggins.
Okay.
Very good at the game. I'm gonna take Doc. I mean, goddamn made part of the maps. I mean,
God, this is a good Doc's ego's going through the roof
Doc
right now.
is so bad at Call of Duty, though.
Doc
See, that's the one game.
Hey, listen, it's just like golf. Course knowledge. He knows what me made.
If we're playing Solar and Advanced Warfare, Doc's your man.
I know.
Doc's your man.
I'm gonna go with Doc because we need confidence on the team. We need someone who's like a Draymond Green, the heart. He just comes.
And then you open the kill. You open up the scoreboard, and Doc's like 7 and 24. Like, all right, Doc.
I'm going with Doc. I'm taking Andrew Wiggins. I'm taking. We set Shrouds off, so I'm picking everyone else. I'm gonna pick some other people. I'm gonna pick people I would think.
Please go.
I have a friend of mine. He's probably the one I go. He's a streamer as well as a Twitch partner.
Yeah.
His name is Rye Gaming. I'm gonna pick him.
Okay.
He's really good. He showed me the way.
He won an X Games Gold medal on Call of Duty. I mean,
Really?
It's not.
All right, cool. And I'm gonna pick.
Yo, literally, Nadeshot doesn't even get picked on his own show. I would have just watched.
Well,
He hasn't picked up a Call of Duty.
well, if there's no one else on the playground,
Matt's like,
hey, I can't pick a rock. I'll take Nadeshot.
this is the best time of my life.
This is the worst day.
Yo, Matt got carried by Scum for 5 years. That's incredible. Wow. This is absolutely brilliant. That team sounds great. At that point, honestly, I would rather just go in 4v5. And then I think you're good, you know? That's what I would do.
Doc will carry us.
I mean, Doc's twice his size, too.
You
so
might be a
perfect.
2-time All-Star rookie of the year. I'm smoking you in every video game, bro. You're not getting fucking close.
Hey, that's funny. So now you have an every video game challenge with him, and then we had a bet before he got here. We were talking about how I think I'm more athletic than him.
You want to talk about viral moments made in this podcast?
We just made a lot of These are going to be all the clips to preview this episode as they go out.
I'm going to make a burner account. And I'm going to find Karl-Anthony Towns on any video game he plays. If I can see he's online, I'm going to try to join every single game. And I'm coming after you with all I got. It might not be much, but it's going to be enough.
I'm going to make sure whoever's playing on my account is like the greatest.
Yeah. You're just going to have the mic, and then they'll be over.
The greatest secret you've ever heard.
They're all getting whacked.
I believe it when I see it, bro.
We should make this happen.
Hey.
We talk about it. We should just make this Call of Duty game happen.
Oh, sure. Well, listen, Modern Warfare, the next one's coming out.
I know.
You've played with Legion. You've done a few other little events.
Let's talk about Legion.
He's the man.
I love
Bro,
him. I love
He's
him.
just one of my favorite people ever.
Like, there may not be another better human being in the world.
He's literally the kindest soul in the world.
and he's the funniest man you could think of.
Dude, he just goes. He just goes forever.
I couldn't. The reason I won't put Legion on my team is because not for his talent, but because he would make me laugh too much. I would not care about playing.
Dude, I played my last 2 streams. I played with Ninja and 2 other pro players in Fortnite, and we got 20 wins in 9 hours, like just a sweat session. Yesterday's stream, I played with Legion for 4.5 hours. We won twice, but because the whole time I was just laughing at the shit he was saying.
That's why I can't pick Legion, because Legion makes me laugh too much. Like, and the things that comes to his head are just out of this world.
Pulling from another dimension.
I was playing with Legion and we were playing offline, and I remember we didn't even record it, and it was the funniest thing because we're like doing it and then we're playing, and I literally look at him. I'm like, "Hey, Legion, let me ask you a quick question. Just stop the joke real quick. Are you on drugs?" He's just like, maybe.
Dude, he woke up yesterday and wanted to sign on and play, and he was like, "Oh, let me go check what food we have downstairs." He goes downstairs. There's nothing. There's just a red velvet bundt cake. He ate the whole thing as his breakfast, and then signed on and played all day.
My favorite story is Legion was at my apartment, and he's like, "Hey, is there any grocery stores around?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's a Whole Foods right down the street." So we go downstairs. We go to Whole Foods. He walks in. The only thing that he buys is like 2 packs of licorice, and then orders cheesecake delivery from the Cheesecake Factory.
Dude.
And then we watch Rick and Morty for like 3 hours.
That's Jordan.
Legion.
I love him, man.
What a guy.
He's one of my favorite people.
Really good at Halo 3 as well.
Yeah, Well, now we have it.
Very talented gamer.
I think very talented. Like
underrated. No, he's
by
very skilled.
Yeah, especially when he puts his mind to it on the controller, he's nuts. But I think we all have a to-do list from this. You have to try Loki
Yes.
And Hunter x Hunter.
and Hunter x Hunter.
I really want to try Hunter x Hunter.
It'll change your life.
Intrigued.
It'll change
I got
your
some
life.
flights coming up too, so that's the perfect time to do it.
Didn't it just wrap like Hunter x Hunter? Just like, and I saw like on Twitter it was like trending like Hunter.
No, Hunter x Hunter hasn't ended. No, the series has been written and in stone for a while now, but they didn't wrap up the show. So the writer has like terrible back pain and basically put the series on discontinued.
Yeah.
And so all the fans for years have just been waiting for him to start writing again, to start writing. But hopefully it'll be back soon. But
It's time to talk to Siri. Siri will get it done.
yeah, right. Yeah, but the show should be coming back. But I promise you,
Well, I got a lot of catching up to do.
You're gonna love
anyway,
it.
So
You're gonna love
by the time he's ready to come back, I'll be just done finishing up.
I like it.
Exactly.
Damn, this was fun.
This was very fun.
This was we covered a lot, and I know Matt was eager to ask NBA questions.
I know.
And that was, hey, you did a good. You did good. You did good.
You did good, kid.
Yeah,
You
I'm
did
proud of
good.
you.
Good. You did good.
Oh man, I appreciate your patience and just like talking. I mean, I had no idea that you were so. I didn't really know much about you, but incredibly articulate and very thoughtful.
Thank you.
I am a fan. I'm a
Appreciate
fan,
it.
man.
I really
Like,
appreciate
seriously.
you guys, and I thank you for the time, man. Was something I always wanted to do is be on this show, and you guys made a dream come true. So I appreciate
course,
it.
man.
Thank you. Thank you.
We love it. Now, are there any other what other NBA players you think would be a good fit for the CouRage and Nadeshot Show? Who do you recommend? Who do you think we should ask?
Need someone with a big personality. I don't know. I think Ben would be fun. I think Ben would be cool because I don't think a lot of people really know Ben. Like, I think they look at him too much as like so strict and like mean and like this. And he's very funny. He's a funny guy and has a good personality. So he would be cool.
Yeah, he hangs out with my boy Hector a lot from
Yeah.
Optic.
Yeah,
They're pretty close. So maybe we can tap into that, bring Ben on.
That would be a cool. That
We'll
would
make
be
it
really
happen.
cool.
We'll make it happen. Karl, thank you so much.
Really appreciate you guys.
for joining us.
You're the
on
man,
show.
dude. Thank you.
Man.
Any shout outs you want to give? Any plugs? Anything you want us to look for?
Man, I mean, first of all, shout out to my guy Danny Miranda. I don't know if anyone knows him, but if you follow my Discord or anything, you see him. He's running a lot of the video game side for me. Does a great job. He's one of a kind guy and is a great gamer. I got a YouTube channel. It's funny. I'm actually coming out with some great videos with some really nice personalities.
Go subscribe right now. Go subscribe.
Absolutely. On YouTube, just look up Karl Towns. You'll find the blue check. So.
Subscribe right now.
There we go.
And it's fun. We have some great content. And lastly, I just appreciate the video game community for making me part of it. It's awesome. You always no matter where you go, I've always, even hotel rooms. I always do this everywhere I go. Hotel rooms, Airbnbs, whatever the case is. I always honor and thank the house. I've lived in. I thank the chef for making the food and nourishing me. So I want to thank the video game community for all these years since day one, giving me from the beginning, giving me Soul Calibur on Dreamcast and SNK versus Capcom at Pizza Hut.
Yep.
Appreciate the gaming community giving me that and giving me some gems as well along the way, as in StarCraft.
Of course.
Brood War.
Giving me StarCraft and giving me Half-Life.
Yep.
I'm very much appreciative of the video game community, even to this day. So
Karl-Anthony
really
Towns, the
appreciate
fucking man.
I think a lot of people are gonna really enjoy this episode and be surprised by not only how knowledgeable you are, but how passionate you are about it. And I love that you're more than open to sharing it.
More than an athlete.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I mean, I think that's a great little way to end it there. Outside of just, hey, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go subscribe to Kat's everything that's available in the description. I think that's the best way to put it. 5 stars if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. Check it out on Spotify. Share the episode. And the way we end every episode. This is Matt's thing that he does with our guests.
No, you got to do this one.
I got to do this one. Okay, so
We're trying to come up with our own jingle to
the
end
show.
the show. Like
Okay.
Jack wanted it to be ba-da-ba-ba-ba, the CouRage and Nadeshot Show, but then we
That's
realized
McDonald's.
it's McDonald's.
that probably wouldn't be good.
So you got to
Copyright.
we need something from you. And Jack, you should take it away from here.
Wait, I don't know. Well, you did the beatbox.
I don't want to do the beatbox.
You don't.
I don't want to do it. You do it.
I thought you guys were gonna ask me. I was gonna am I Jamie
no.
Foxx? Am I
No,
Jamie
you
Foxx?
can't.
No, I'm good. You got it.
He's gonna make a.
I'm gonna make a
little
sound.
jingle
You
for
got to
and then
give
you
us
gotta
the
take
little
us out.
jingle, the little words of the jingle. Like
The words?
Yeah,
yeah.
you just get the CouRage.
I'm gonna give a little. I'm gonna try to give a little.
CouRage Nadeshot. Courage, Nadeshot. Hey. Ooh.
All right,
That's all we got.
you fucking knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
All right.
Brother, thank you so
End
much
the
for joining
show,
us.
Alex.
That's it.
Don't look at me, though.
See you next time. Don't look at me. Can't see you.